All right, great day, everyone. I'm feeling a little washed out here. Let me make myself, ooh, there we go. Not quite so washed out. I hope you guys are having an amazing morning so far. Let me just get this pinned over here. We are going to talk about XXRP. I got the wild, crazy hair this morning. Can you tell I'm a Leo with a lion's mane? Oh, yeah. All right. So just checking to see that the live is working on YouTube as well. Today, it seems like it's going to be a bit, all right, a bit, what's the word? Wet today. We had massive thunderstorms this morning, tornado warnings last night. So I can get the streams, hopefully working on Kick and TikTok today, to reach everybody all at once. As you guys know, we are going to be talking, well, first off, here's my book. If you go to carpeprofit.com right here, you can see all of the things that I offer. And at the bottom, how to trade like a billionaire. That's where the SBET trade came from, right? So we look at SBET over here. Great day, Josephine. Look at that. Look at that. I said, hey, big guys got in down here 1031. This has a pretty good move. I mentioned last night, we can see, all right, that this has the potential. Let's do this right here, right here. 149.14. Target, new target. Now that we have, actually, let's go back one sec. Maybe it's going to hit 52.20 first. 52.20, 65.94, 96.66, 124, and then 149. Those are my levels that I am checking out for SBET. All right. Josephine, are you still in? I know you had a good trade on that one. All right. So let's clear this up over here. Let's look and see where the big guys have positioned themselves. All right, over here, 624.10. I did tweet that out last night. Hey, watch out, they're hanging out there. They brought their January level up to 623, no, correction, April level up to 623.66. So we got to put that here, 623.66. Their January level is hanging out over here at 614. So we got to revamp those. All right, let's go to the Qs. All right, so we have April's level hanging out here, which is going to be the green 519. They're both at 519.94. Well, that's good. Be happy with the profit. Don't be upset, right? Always good to have the profit. 555.98. Okay, that has not changed for the Qs. We are above on the Qs. Let's look at the Russell. All right, Russell, our July level, 222.89. Let's come back over here. So we've got 208.89 and 208.64. All right, and let's go to the Dow. So they are repositioning the big money. Let's go here. We have on the Dow 443.42. Great day, Asif. Let's look at our April level. April level 423.18. And January level. January is just 425.40. That has not changed. All right, so we've got those. We're going to just erase this and get rid of that. Big money has not changed. Let's clear this up because SBET is still on the move. Potential to maybe get that up to 149. Be amazing, right? All right. So I did mention we're going to look at XXRP today. XXRP is rocking. This is an XRP ETF, 2 times long daily ETF. Let's head on over. Where's my Wall Street Journal? Let's also look at Economist. Let's see if they have the new cover up. Not yet. Interesting. 1 week they put it up early on a Wednesday. It was abnormal. So I check it, right? So let's look at XXRP, 6.4 million shares, super low float. Oh, let's make that capital. All right, 6.41 million. Let's go back over here. July 1st. So XXRP started off as an ETF in Europe and then was adopted here. So the adoption date was back in April. So I'm going to put that as our starting date. We'll put that as a blue-green-ish there. All right. So it's 26.25, then 45.83. So if it goes below there, looks like that could be one. All right, let's check out. Let's also look at our earnings for today. We've got Pepsi and United. Pepsi advancing. Let's put on a point of control right from earnings today. Let's make it pinkity, pinkity, drinkity. You guys seen that skit? I like the pinkity drinkity, the mate for Tay on, I don't know, TikTok, wherever. It's funny. All right, so our 137.75. This has, try that again. 1.37 billion. You know, we can't discount as well silver and gold, right? We'll check those out. I'm going to put those over here. Let's put silver, gold. We're going to talk about those futures as well. Those have been rocking as well. All right, let's also look at United Airlines. They dropped down. MP is, Archer Daniel Midland is pulling back today as well, but that's very low volume. MP as well is retracing. All right, United had earnings last night. Came out right after the bell. 87.18. 324. 87.18. What's interesting is whatever happened to that Air India crash, right? What happened? It was a big mess, right? And we still don't have any results in that. Is that a defect in the airplane? Let's just check out Boeing quick. Ooh, another crash. Boom. Move to new highs, right? Interesting. Okay. Let's go back to our big volume. BSLK. What is VLCN? Volcan. Volcan. I am the reader of the Volcan. All right. It's really low float, less than 1 million, so I'm going to stay away from that. Joby Aviation. Oh, yeah. I had mentioned it back here. Wow. Wow. 447 million. Our POC is down here at 869. That was another massive one. 100% mover, just like SBET. Okay, let's just move these up here, make my life easier later. Just looking to see if we're testing highs. 1702 is the high, or 17 even. So Yeah, we broke to new highs today. Bag holders were getting out. It's an interesting one to see. All right, UPXI. What is UPXI? Sounds like an ETF. UPEXI, pharmaceuticals. No thanks. I don't really want to look at a pharmaceutical. BMNR is on the move again today. Pepsi, Sarepta, Therapeutics, TEM, Unilever. I'm looking to see what has really nice. Well, Sarepta has had a really big advancement, so let's put it on 30%. I don't really like pharmaceuticals, but this one is definitely got double bottom over here with big money, 1921, and they moved it to the upside. So, and we've cleared the little bottom gap here. We've hit the 33 exponential. Above that, boom, potential gap fill 2 for $11. So, that's one to check out. All right, moving to the downside. Let's see, MP, Archer Daniel, MP, moving back down, advancing, but in retracement mode, right? We saw this yesterday. Let me get rid of these. We don't need those, and we don't need those. All right, I don't know how I had 3 different sets of lines on there. There we go. I feel like I'm yelling at you guys. 119. Let's see, last earnings, 2106. You see, these guys are getting in at the bottom and then rocketing them. So you got to find those where they're getting in at the bottom. Ooh, Micron today, too. Ow. Owie, owie. Wowie, owie. 1.11 billion. All right, 123.11. Archer Daniel Midlands. I didn't do that. Below the 200 exponential 161. This looks like it want to fill the gap down to 49 there. In my opinion, could do something completely different, but that's what it looks like to me. 477 million. Oh, I don't have a point of control on here. Let's put it on for last earnings. Bum, 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 bum. 53.58. Rigetti is pulling back. Ooh, Starbucks. I don't drink Starbucks. I don't like it. Do you guys like Starbucks? Let's see. Twitter looks like it's working. Is anybody on YouTube that can let me know if the chat is working over there? That'd be awesome. We're also going to check out Tesla and Nvda. I'm going to do those on the side over here. Tesla, Nvda, and whoops. And Coinbase. Oh, you know what I haven't checked on in a while? PLTR and Shopify. I feel like I got to add those extras on too. All right. Starbucks. Some of these majors are really declining. Huh? 1.13 billion. All right. Daily point of control. Or Starbucks, is that? There we go. 84.59 over there. All right, beautiful. So let's clear this up. I'm going to tweet out what we're covering. And then we're going to get into it. If you guys like the live stream, I say thank you. And join me every morning, 7:30 in the summer, 8:15 during the school year. Today we are going to be covering SBET, XXRP, Pepsi, Joby. I misspelled that and I put J-Boy. That's funny. Sarepta. Those are to the upside. And then we're going to do to the downside. UAL. MP, MU, ADM, Starbucks. Others that we're going to be checking out are going to be silver. Oh, let's do it like this. Silver, gold, USD. We're going to look at the USD too. Tesla, Nvda, Coinbase, PLTR. Oh yeah. MicroStrategy. And Shopee Shop. All right. Oh, we can't forget our cryptos. All right, if you have any stock or crypto you'd like me to check out, put it in the chat and we'll check it out. I know Asif is a big crypto trader. Josephine is a stock trader. I'm wondering where Terry is. I'm wondering where Randy is. Some other peeps. All right. So let's get into it. Let's go to the crypto segment. All right, you guys might be new to following me. You might go, Jane, why on earth should I care anything about what you have to say? Good question. Well, I have been in the stock market world for over 25 years. I started off in 2000 with the dot-com bubble, which looks a lot like the Bitcoin bubble. And saw that basically I saw people use options, margin, implosion of the stock market. And I went, partner with a broker of 25 years or take a layoff and go to culinary school. I went to culinary school. Came back to the trading world back in 2015 with my first daughter at 6 months old and started back as a day trader. So I've been in this world. I've done chartered market technician, had my broker's license, understand this world, learned about the big money with the dark pools of Stephanie Cameron, and then found the anchored volume point of control, which I absolutely love. And hopefully you guys have profited off of SBET with it. We're going to definitely check that out. And I'm going to show you where they are for today's trading day, where they have been since last earnings, and what to watch, some important levels to watch. So if you guys like that and you want to understand it more, go to carpeprofit.com. It's going to bring you right to this page. Go to the bottom, boom, and that's going to be Trade Like a Billionaire, $11 for the book. So check it out. You're going to love it. All right, so big money, big guys of the world control the world. They control the stock market. So where are they since July 1st? 108, 814, 38. That is the big money level. We are above it. That means buying. For the intraday, for crypto, Forex, commodities, I am looking at the day prior, when the day starts. So right now they're at 118, 246.01. Now, that does change throughout the day. That is not set in stone. This can change as well. You see the little yellow line? That's where it changes. You see the yellow line here? That is where it changes. I also have camarillas and pivots here that act like brick walls, trading entries and exits. I also have the 70% volume for the day is between 118.038 and 118.657. So we'd have to go above that, say 108.700 right here, gives us 200 points. Let's do it like this, faster. 118.700 for potential long trade, 200-point profit, and then above that up to the high up there. Or potential short trade, I'd say let's go below this 425 EMA, right here at this round number, 118,000. Right there. There you go. So that is the trade setup. All right, let's look at Ethereum. The day point of control, 2987.94. right here, 29.87 and 94 cents. The intraday, 34.31 and 90 cents. 34.31 and 90 cents. All right, so let's create that trade. I did mention yesterday, actually on my Angela Miles Business First AM segment, I'm on every week. Check it out. She's nationwide. So that means I'm nationwide. Sometimes it's Fridays, sometimes it is on Mondays that my segment will run. So definitely check it out. I'm here to try to help you guys profit. All right, I want to put it up here. 33.80 and let's go 47.3475 right there. All right, 33.80, 3475. Boom. And let's go to XRP. Everybody's watching XRP. We did break above, however, we broke above the $3 resistance. Let's go to the 3-day and you'll see, oh yeah, 340 is the next level that we want to watch for a breakout. If we are doing a little bit of a fib, maybe we're going to head up to 378.02 there. All right, so for the intraday trade, so big money point of control, 226.93, boom, right over here, 2.2693. And intraday 3.2601. 3.2601. All right. So let's bring this up here. I'd love to go to 3. Yeah, let's do 3.3. 3.3 even or below. We've got our 70% here. We'd have to go below here. Let's go 313. 313 and 330. Lots of threes there. All right. It's green here because that means that the big money has bought on the daily, right? I don't have it set up for intraday because it's always going to be in the middle. So it would just be yellow. All right, let's go to Doge over here. Let's make this a 24-hour chart again. So big money is down below at 0.17159. 0.17159, and for the intraday 0.21228. All right, let's look at our trade. Go up above here. What is this? I'm gonna do 2.175 or below over here. Can I go to 1? No, I cannot. Okay, 0.2. So it's 0.20950 and 0.2175. There we go. All right. If you all are new, you have anything that you would like to check out, crypto or stocks, just put it right in the chat or as a comment. Let me see if there's anybody that commented. Nope. All right. If you guys like the live stream, share it out. The whole point is to help other people, right? How amazing would the world be if we all helped each other all the time? Who taught you had to be selfish, right? Who taught you that it's better just to think of yourself? To put you in panic mode and think solely of yourself, right? All right, 172 here for the lower bound, give you $1 that way. And 170, let's put 178. All right, 172 and 178. This is not the intraday price. I didn't put there. 176.33. There we go. All right. Hope that all makes sense to you all. All righty. All righty. Let's go there. Let's tweet this out. All right, there we go. There's our crypto segment. Let's also check out our fear and greed. 74. Oh, it's going to be a big moving day. Get ready. Get ready. It's going to be a powerful day. Oh, yeah. And we have a 33-day for our energy day. Whoo-wee, it's going to be a wild and crazy ride today. Thursday, FOMC, G20, FOMC, speeches, nothing really read there. We had the unemployment claims. Let's do a refreshy. All right, sorry, 8:30 today. I was only looking at the second half. How rude of me. All right, we have core retail sales coming up at 8:30, retail sales and unemployment claims. Definitely going to affect the market. I was looking down here at the 10:30 and there was nothing that looked interesting. This is definitely interesting. So definitely watch the volatility at 8:30. If you get in pre-market, careful. Hood, yes. I have a PLTR on there, so I'm going to add hood too. You got it, Lorenzo. I have PLTR on my side notes. All right, let's get into SBET. SBET, 24 hours. All right, so we had big money level right here. We are above the 70% from the earnings back here, May 15th. So we are above. Nope, I can add circle on there. Thanks, guys. See, I knew you guys were here. All right, so SBET, to me, let's do this. Well, right now, since right here, their big money is, if you look just from when it broke out from their positioning, the big money level is hanging out at 1657. Let's bring this up here. Why won't it let me do that? There we go. Okay, 1636. So then if we rotate this, we take this right here, we go boom, 1636. Where's our next level? Still there. Okay, let's go up here to when we actually broke out from there. All right, next level is 2088. Let's go advance it forward right here. Boom. 3365. All right, so 3365 would be that next level to watch. From yesterday, just right here, yeah, 3370. So really, this one is really just skyrocketing. They've been buying until they're not buying anymore. Let's go from yesterday market open. Yesterday market open, 3370. Okay, when we launched from 3370, 3593, they bought more. Boom, let's advance it right here. 3784. All right, so 4192. All right, 3784 is that level to watch. If we go below, that would be my, hey, I would get out if I'm in a long on this, in my opinion. So do with it what you'd like, but that's what I see right now. And this area, this is just an extra one I can take off. Really the big money, get rid of that one too, is down here. It's breakout zone, entry zone. All right, so that's what I'm seeing for SBET. We have hit all the resistances. We are above the 70% volume on a lot of stuff. So right now, this is just looking pretty amazing, right? We are above this resistance zone. We filled the gap up here to 40. Next test would be 50.26. Then on up, probably the lows over here, 52.50, 54, 56. Above 60, you're going to have a bigger gap again, 66. All right, so SBET is looking pretty good. And our intraday right now, it looked like it was 41.74. Let's put this up here. 41.92 is what we're seeing from 4 a.m. The Camarellas and pivots are a little bit tighter. I would put it here at 40. So 40, and we have 41.92. Let's put a 42.50 right here. No, not 42.25, 42.50. All right. Negative. I'm going to move it up just a little bit more to this area, 42.80. Okay, there you go. So that is going to be my SBET levels for today, 42 sorry, 40 and 42.80. Let's check our short volumes. All right, SBET short volume for today, 43%. So not looking like a short squeeze at the moment. Let's go to XXRP. Oh, XXRP, 51% short. So that is a lower float, 6.41, highly volatile. Pepsi was more longs buying last night than shorts. Joby Aviation, 46. Sarepta, 50 cents. All right. I mean, not 50 cents, 50%. Oh. All right, XXRP. I don't have any lines on here. Let's start mapping it out into our trade path. Okay, so I put it up here, up above 55. The big money volume is at 54.55. Bulk of the volume is between 54 and 54.88. So we could put our potential short level at 54. Right here, let's make that a red. All right, 54 and 54.5. So if it goes below, next level I would watch for is 53. This is a way to trade XRP without actually trading XRP. Lower float, so it could move more quickly. So be aware of that. We are highly extended from the 47.87 over here. All right, let's go to Pepsi. Pepsi earnings broke out from above the point of control over here. And we had a nice resistance breakout there. Big money for pre-market and earnings. Okay, from earnings, it's at 137.72, pre-market 137.73. Typically, you will see a 3-day move in the same direction and then a top out if it's going to top out. So shorting earnings runs up, not a smart idea. 137.50 and 140 there. All right, let's go to Joby Aviation. So the past couple of weeks, I have been more watching, and I'd mentioned this, my goodness, back when it was right there. I'm like, Joby, this is perfect, this is perfect. Kicking myself. There will be more. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. And trading is not in that at that moment. Because you gotta take care of family. All right, 16.40 and 17. There we go, that's the trade. Retracement potentially back down to 15.20 there. All right, what am I doing? We're not looking at quant. Sarepta. All right, Sarepta hit the 33 and rejecting that. Big money level right now is 23.95. 24.80 here. Yes, we had a run, and yes, I see a former high that was set there. However, it was like a head and shoulders. Shoulder, head, shoulder, and it's dropping, right? Literally dropping. 23.50. 23.50 and 20. Nah, let's do 25. 25 is going to have a stronger level than 24.80. All right. Let's go to United Airlines. An indication potentially for all of the airlines overall. So they had a bigger wick up here, dropped it down, potentially got in, and now they are advancing it. However, we have to take out yesterday's high. 88 is going to give you 20 cents. Let's remove that. Oh, so much better. Okay. If we go to 88, that gives you 21 cents. 88.21. I want to see a break above there. From earnings, it looks like 87.18 right there. Big money for today is at 86.69 right there. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Correction, 86. It's right there at 86. So if we go 85.88, beautiful, 85.88 and 88.21. All right, let's go to MP. All right, 56.40 and 54.50 here. Big money's at 54.96. Let's go to Micron. Micron. Ouchie. It's the Micron ouchie trade. All right. Big money is at 111.98. So 113.50 or below 111.50 here. All right, let's go to Archer Daniel Midland. Okay, let's come on over here. 52.80. We're right, hanging out right there, 52.50. Big money is down here at 50.75. Let's put it 50.50. Hey, 50.50. 50-50 shot of it going long or short today. Let's use that level. I don't think you're ever going to forget that level for today for Archer Daniel Midland. 50-50. For a short. Ooh, Starbucks Island Gap trading to the downside. All right, big money is at 90.93. If we do 91, we have, oops, I didn't mean to, hey, I did not mean to do that. I wanted to do that. Okay, 91, good move, 91.20.56 or below 90.50. Okay, cool. There we go. 90.50, 91. All right, let's look at the silver futures. So silver futures, we made it almost. Go back. It's 5 minute. I went on this one. All right, so if we go back in time, we have to go back even to a weekly chart. The high, right? We broke above this high of 37.46. Next high is 44.15 and then 49.82. So the fact that we are seeing some, this is our March, okay, we don't have a July. Let's go back to 24 hours. July 1st, boom, 36.70 right there. That would be my, watch this level, right? We need to, if we were to drop, it would be below 36.70. We got a lot of volume weighted anchor prices on here. I'm going to get rid of those. All right, let's go to gold. So right now, still looking like they're advancing that. Look at all the gold resistance hanging out around there. Do we have one for July? I don't think so. Maybe we do. Do I have two on here? I don't think so. 34, 33, 45, 70 cents. Now we're below on gold. All right. So gold is dropping a bit. We can get rid of this line. Still holding on to this trend line a bit. We need to potentially adjust that to right there. That looks better, right? So this is a bit of a descending triangle. I would use 32.50 as that support. If we go below 32.50, a correction for gold. Let's check out the dollar. Dollar is moving up. As the dollar moves down, typically those commodities move up. Also, let's check out oil. So we see It's odd that oil and the dollar are moving up at the same time. So be aware of that. All right, let's get into Tesla. Who out there is looking for a Tesla day trade? Right now we are above the big money. Right now we are above big money. All right, so if we go above, let's call it 323.80 or below 322 today, that would be my Tesla trade. Nvda. Advancing, still above big money. We've got this whole island gap trade. They could be positioning. They could be ready to rocket to the upside, 173. And, you know, when Kramer starts saying everybody needs to own something, that gets me a little worried. Just a little worried. Right now, big money's at 172.62. I put it 172.12 here. 172.12 for a short, 173 for a long. Let's go to coin. Coin, we're starting to see some wicks at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 wicks at the top are people getting out. Let's also do a quick form 4 right here. Actually, right there. So there's Amazon. Let's do coin wiki. Coin, let's see. Oh, look, 7-Eleven. Brian Armstrong, the chairman and CEO, sold 193 shares for $76 million. Let's see when he's been selling. July 1st. Well, let's see. He sells every 2 weeks. Okay, so it looks like he has scheduled selling to take off, but that's a pretty big profit. He started selling as the CEO. He sold 163 million. He sold 200 million in the past 3 weeks. That's interesting, right? Let's go to MicroStrategy. Are we going to see a pattern? Ooh. Look at all the selling happening here too. Li Fong is the CEO of MicroStrategy. Did you know that? I didn't know that. All right, so 625. So we have MicroStrategy looks like it's fully Chinese, huh? It's kind of interesting. 21 million sold at 407. 18 million sold at 430. Insider selling. It's kind of telling, right? Let's see. I don't think we have it for GBTC. Well, let's see. GBTC 630.21. No, let's go to Mara. Let's see if they're selling across the board on these. Nope. November. Okay, how about Riot? Just getting curious. That's all. Riot. Ooh, we've got some selling going on with Riot too. 620. Filed by Riot Platforms, company BitF. So Riot owns BitF shares. And they started selling 620. So starting to see some insider selling on some Bitcoin platforms. It's quite interesting, eh? Let's go to BitF. Let's follow the paper trail. Nope. Let's go to Bitfarms over here. I could just do BitF. Let's do it up here. BitF. Yeah, okay, perfect. So just the Riot platforms. Let's check out GameStop. That's another one that is a Bitcoin derived one. Nope. Okay. How about Tesla? I don't think he's sold any. Oh, 214. Yeah. But I want insider trading. Why is it not showing me that? Let's go to, what did I say? GameStop. 702. General counsel. It always makes me suspect when the lawyers start selling because the lawyers know what's going on. Who else does he work for? What other shares does he have? So he only deals with GameStop. Okay. All right. Side note here. We're getting off track, but I'm starting to see a lot of insider selling on Bitcoin related stocks, and we're seeing 5 tops here. I might just post about that. Okay, let's get into potential day trade here. Sometimes you just got to get curious. 398.50. When you get curious, you can just see some cool things, right? 42.50. All right, so 398.50 and 42.50. All right, let's go to MicroStrategy. Similar, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the top, island gap. Okay, above 453 or below. Let's go below 449. 49 because the Camarilla is right there. All right, let's look at PLTR for Lorenzo. All right, PLTR, we are above. I love this. I got into PLTR, I want to say 32. It's kind of like the SBET trade, right? Super low, and then they rocket. Rocket. All right, 152.20 up there or below 151.20. All righty, let's look at hood. What's going on in the hood? Let's check out some insiders. Have they sold recently? Vladimir Tenev. Or Tenev Vladimir. Selling 7-Eleven. 11 million. He sold on the 1st for 69 million. He's taken 80 million profit there. Jason Warnick, your CFO. CFOs usually know what's going on with the company. They all sold in the past 3 weeks. Ooh, what is this? Indirect shares traded 0. Was an exchange. Acquisition disposed of. Class A common stock 618. Code M. I don't know what the code M is. Have to look that up. Market-based performance stock units. And then Class B common shares. Okay, so he disposed of those and got Class B acquired, Class B direct ownership. So he sold for 69 and got 48. Okay, there we go. So he's been selling 29 million. He sold 44 million, and Vladimir sold 80 million. Or 10th, however you say it. So, interesting, yes? Big money move to 93.65. And we've got some insider selling going on. 103.80. Big money's at 103.70. And let's put it down here, 103.20. No, we can do 103.40 right there. Okay, and I did not do Shopify yet. I wanted to check out Shopify. Shopify topping off. Nice. I love this. Got in when it based back here. Right here. Whoop. Inverted head and shoulders. Rode that wave. Oh yeah, beautiful. Again, saw the big money get in and rode it with them. Still in. It's fun when they drop it down and then all of a sudden the Shopify and the Joby, those are fun. Okay. 118.50 there. All right, and Circle. This is a long one today. Got some extras on the side to go over. All right, so Circle, if we look at it, let me just move these out of the way quick. It looks like maybe we're doing this. Oops, I'm on RCL. Disregard, this is Royal Caribbean. Circle. Royal Caribbean looks like it's topping out, by the way. I'd mistyped. Royal Caribbean looks like it's topping out. This we have dark cloud cover, big money. The path has never gone up here. So right here is where they're located, 201.48. So there's still support there for the day trade for Circle. we go. Pull this down. Dark cloud cover at the moment. Not a lot of volume. We have, where's my volume on here? It's not showing up right there. If I stretch this over a bit, there we go. Right now we have 269,000 that has been traded. So it's not that much volume just yet. All right, so right here, 232. Love how they make that look so easy, right? Love it when the charts just make your life easier. 228 and 232. First. First, you're not first. Lorenzo was first, Shovel. All right, let's get into the indexes, and then we'll call it a wrap for now. I got to put out the insider selling stuff on Bitcoin related stocks. And there, you start to see that. That's a telltale sign to me, but do with it what you will. All right, 442 for the upper side and 441 for the bottom. Big Money did change their positions. 441, 40, and 442. Oop. 441, 40, and 442. We are, these are above. Hold on. Conditional formatting. Highlight cells greater than. This is red. How come it's not doing that? All right, I'm going to have to fix that. And same thing. So we are 3 above. Let me just format cell. Hold on. Let's conditional format. Clear rules from selected cell. So here we go. Conditional formatting. Highlight cells greater than. This one, red. Boom. I don't know why it is not doing it. Very odd. Why is it bold? All right, let's see if this one will do it. Clear rules, selected cell, highlighted cells greater than. Huh, okay, doesn't want to work for me. Anyway, we have selling going on the Russell. Sorry, on the Dow. For the Russell, see if it wants to work. It looks like it's working properly for now. Big Money is at 220.22. We go down here, 220.40 gives you 21 cents. Let's go to 20.62 for a potential long trade, or below 219.77. All right, 219.77 and 220.20. No, negative 220.62 for a long trade. Okay, that is all correct over there. We do have selling in the short term above us. Have a nice day. Looking forward to your post on the insider selling in crypto. Thanks, Lorenzo. All right, the Qs, we are still following this trend line up. Big Money is below us for now. 558.50 or below over here. 557.50. Big Money is at 557.61. 557.50 and 558.50. All right, Big Money is below across the board there. Let's go to SPY. All right. Oh, but it's okay. I can put it right there. Let's just make this smaller. There we go. Okay. We are hanging out at the top. They're holding it here. Maybe for the 8:30 boom, pull the bottom out. 623.60 for potential short, and let's call it 625. 623.60 and 625. All right, so in the middle for 2 and below for January 1st. All right, I hope you all really enjoyed the live stream this morning. Thank you for joining me. If you are brand new to my live stream, come and join me in the summer every morning at 7:30. I've got kiddos, so it does run different times in the school year. It is 8:15. Don't just have a good day, have a great day. Check out my website, carpeprofit.com, and Carpe Profit sees those trades. One